Okay, so I'm going to talk to you while I get this set up, and this is going to be like another one of those things where it's more or less an adventure for us both. This is one of my favorite ways. It's like one of the ways I find like most relaxing to create. And I own these. I don't usually film on this desk, so I'm apprehensive about how it's going to go. I'm going to make these photos available to you. These are mine, but I want you to be able to use them. So you can kind of do this along with me if you want to. So I do these. I don't know if I have any laying around in here. I'm real concerned that I'm not completely on the camera here. Feels about right. So I like to do these. This paper, what is this paper called? I don't know. I bought this book at Barnes & Noble, and it has this paper that is like super soft, and it feels like, you know when you make your own paper, like handmade paper? So it's like that, and it's supposed to be like some kind of like all natural fibers or whatever. So what it reminds me of a great deal is like the 300-pound Arches, except soft. Like, it's so soft. So I make these on this paper, and I'm trying to see if there's any I haven't, oopsie. So this is like a really early one I did, and then typically I cut them out. This is like wax and plaster, and then it's waxed. It probably needs to be smoothed and buffed again. And then I cut them out, and I trim them down to postcard size, and I mail them to delicious babes that I love. So that's kind of what I want to do. I really think that you'll enjoy making them. I do. So I keep this box of stuff over at this desk. Things I typically will like work in these books with. And it's just like many different things. Look, you can see how often I use these. Not often at all. Oh, heat tool, I'm not sure. Oh, because I'm impatient. Just like y'all are. I bet y'all have the exact same one. Like water-soluble crayons. I use a lot of these gelatos. So I used to be able to buy the generic brand. And like I use a lot of these, so I'm probably just going to talk about them a lot. It's not generic, but it's like the Faber-Castell. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but it's not the gelatos. This was in the kids section, but I swear it is the exact same thing. But I can't really find them anymore. So I use a lot of those. I use Stabilos. Sometimes I use watercolor pencil. I don't really like touching pastels and chalk and things like that. And then I just have like a bunch of junk in here because I love junk, like some stamp pads, tape. You never know what you're gonna need. More stamp pads, some markers, and I mean really this is like one of those things where I use like anything I can get my hands on. But I really do use quite a bit of those gelato type thingies. Use some ink. It's just really everything. And then at the end, I like to wax it. And I can't remember if I've done anything with y'all yet or not, where I wax it and carve into it. But that's what we're going to do. I mean, it's getting kind of late here today, so I'm not positive. I need to get that box out of here. Every time I see it, I remember the lady who made it for me. She yelled at me later, and so every time I see it, so what I like to do is like take these pictures and then turn them into something like creepy or fantasy. So I'm not saying you can't just use these straight photos. That's totally cool. I don't care. But I always like to like either turn them into monsters or something. Gee, look at the face she's making there. That's terrific. That's pretty good. So we'll start with a pretty easy one. Since it's getting late, we could probably do this. Standing up or sitting? Sitting. And I will not forget. I will scan that and upload it for you to so that you can use that. So if you've made anything with me before, you know that I like to put it on a clipboard and prop it up so I can look at it the whole time. I'm going to get up and check like 900 times that I actually have the camera on, on what I'm doing. This camera, I can't wait to replace it. Where'd that go? So I just start out by like looking at my thing and, so is the camera on it? See how paranoid I am? This has been, I'm going to tell you about this day. I really am. After I get set up and sit down, I'm going to tell you all about it. Oh, you know, will this work? Because I wonder, I guess we'll do her this way. I'm going to tell you about it. I have the airdrop so low, I actually put on a sweatshirt. I bought this sweatshirt when I went to see my mom. That's about right. Yeah. I might even be able to zoom in. Well, I might even be able to. Guess what? I can zoom in. Just concerned that I'm going to move, and then, well, no, I guess I'll lose part of the page. I'm going to move, and then, like, I'll do the whole painting off the camera, and you'll be like, why is she even allowed to have the internet? Oh, my God. Let me tell y'all. Let me just tell you. And so I like to start out with, I gotta move these pens. I love these pens. I like to start out with pencil and kind of get things drawn in before I start committing to the fun part, like actually designing. And it's gonna be a pretty easy drawing. I mean, it's just like one little figure. So this is just kind of so we can. I was hoping that one was already gonna be sharp. Oh my God, I need to raise my karma or something because this day, not that I mean this isn't a problem. But I like seriously, I like my karma must be low. I must have done something. Actually, like I don't want that. So is that gonna fly? What was this? I cut out. Okay. Is there enough light? Ooh, that lamp was hot. That was a hot lamp. Alright, okay. Look at her mad little face. That's hilarious. So something that I'll ask, this is a little bit important to me. These are like my personal pictures. So please don't like share these someplace else. Maybe just use them for your own art, but don't share them with people because that would make me feel a little bad to see them on the internet like being used for other things. So we'll just use them for us, okay? Like, it's not the end of the world. I'm not gonna like be furious or anything, but it would hurt my feelers. I mean, these drawings end up looking so abstract. Like this, I wanted it to be like much lower down. I feel like, is this the paper that I can't erase on real well? Yeah, it just kind of wears it down. Look, I don't know, it kind of did. So I'm not sure what I wanted, like maybe something spooky in the background, or like we can actually make her spooky. That might be kind of fun. Make her spooky. I don't really know. I don't really know yet. Yeah, angry little kids scare me. Y'all know what I'm saying? Like, they're just creepy. What is that on the paper? I'm just trying to, I don't really want a likeness because, but I do want something I can kind of work with and make into a story. I like to, like, it's important to me to, like, when I'm doing these, I'm like painting a story, like I'm drawing a little narrative. So when I like make them spooky or give them a situation, that's me making a story. So that's our whole point. I mean, is to kind of make a narrative here where you're like, wow, what's going on? What the hell happened? How did it come to this? Man, you can say that about so much. Like, how did this happen? I need some ideas. I gotta think about how this is gonna go. Oh God, y'all. This day. And yesterday too. Yesterday was the poo day. I don't even know if I can talk about it yet. Fuck. Oh God, poo. Don't ever buy a really old house with old pipes. I mean, and remember, I live like in the deep south, so. Oof. And it's July. So you know it's you know it smells good. And then today, I can't even get into the poo. Not my kitchen sink. Then today, like, look, this is wild. You know how my plants, like, oh, I love them. My plants are so important to me. And well, yesterday, oh fuck it, just let's leave it at there was an infestation. I wanted the knees to be closer than that. So I don't really know how to show that she's sitting. I guess I could draw what's in front of me. Ooh. I mean, that would be too easy. I can't. Still too far. We'll just... Does she have hooves? That doesn't even look like... How do you make a hoof? How do you do that? Somebody come over here and draw a hoof for me. Let's try and guess. Oh, that ain't right. Oh, I don't know. I try real hard to stay positive in my interactions with people. And my friend was just like, "How's your day going?" I was like, I never answer like this. And I was like, "Yo, terrible." Like, usually I'm like, "Oh, it's awesome." I try to stay real positive for people. Like, I'm trying to only, like, I'm only trying to uplift. I don't want to bring her down, but I was like, terrible. I was like, it's fucking terrible. So should she be barefoot, maybe? I don't even look at what kind of legs could she have instead of people legs? Oh my god, this is so bad. These fucking legs. Foot. Pretend it's a foot. Alright, so what should be happening here? We have like... How do you make like a pig snout? Like, how do you do that? Is it like that? Is it like that? That feels more correct. Wait a minute. How are pig ears? That doesn't look like a pig at all. How is pig? Is that like that? Are they like that? Pig ears. How do they go? Is it that? What is it? No, that would be like cat. How would I do it? Like, I do it like that. Oh shit, did I hit record? I did. No, I didn't like that. I got like scary scribbly. So I have, I think this is the one I always have to open over the trash can. Oh, jeez. It is. Oh, I'm so glad I actually remembered that. So I have just plain old gesso. Because something I like to do is kind of, like push and pull, like push some stuff out and like bring it more to the foreground. Find a brush. Oh, jeez. There's so little room on this table, and once I added the camera, I was like, ugh, where are the fucking... I had the sushi today. Yeah, it was so good. This is not the brush I want. Oh, I found it. I also thought there was a much smaller brush around here. Perfect. I just feel like we're gonna need them. Do I have a napkin thingy? Just gesso. So now that I've kind of got my basic picture down, I want to make it more interesting, kind of add to the, like, surreal story feel of it, like, visually. I don't know if I'm making sense. Today's the 4th of July. And if you live in the U.S., you might be celebrating. I'm not celebrating. Not, like, for any particular... What's that? Not, like, I don't have any particular reason I'm not. I just... feel like it. What are my dogs? Now that I'm thinking about it. They must be in the kitchen. How funny. They usually like being in here with me. But you know what? Kind of grouchy and frustrated today, so maybe they just don't want to be around like bad vibes. I don't think my vibes are bad. But maybe I'm wrong. I've been wrong before. Get all that off of there. Cheers. What else do I have? I got some ink over here. I found this when I was cleaning out the last of the bins. There's no Stabilo. Or even, I mean, like a water-soluble pencil would be cool if you don't have a Stabilo. You might have to sharpen it. Please don't need to be. Oh, that's blue. I don't want that. I see one. Oh, jeez, look at how little this is. Let me sharpen it. Where's my blade? So, this is exciting. Let me tell you. Did I tell you about my sushi? I ate really good sushi today. Today is the 4th of July, which means tomorrow's the 5th of July, which brings it into the Steam Summer Sale. And if you are a PC gamer, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So Steam, if you're not, I'm going to explain it to you. So Steam, sharpening my pencil, is a platform where you play, like, all your games, and they're, like, super, not all your games, I mean, there's other ones, too, like you play in Blizzard, but on Steam, it's not like Blizzard where you can only play Blizzard games. It's like, if it's a PC game, you can pretty much get it on Steam. So twice a year, they have huge sales. I mean, Steam's known for really good prices. Anyway, oh, why didn't I put the lid on that Josso? Steam's just known for really good prices. Anyway, but 2 times a year, Steam runs a sale, the summer sale. Is that lid on? And the winter sale. And the summer sale this year has been, so I like build up my wish list, like, you know, all year long, and then I wait for the sales, and I clear my wish list, well, you know, as much as I can, like, if things are on sale. Not everything goes on sale, of course. Clear my wish list as much as I can, and, can I get that wet? Twice a year, but the summer sale, I don't feel like some people hate it. Some people think that this sale has not been really good. I have, like, gotten, like, almost every single game I wanted, went on huge, I mean, we're not talking, like, stuff reduced to, like, 67 cents, but, oof, when you spend a year building up your wish list is big, and, so, this has been an especially painful one, right? To my bank account. And thank God, like, honestly, thank God, it ends tomorrow. But listen to this. I just got, late last night, a $50 credit in my Steam account. I had returned a game quite a while ago that I wasn't really happy with. The controls weren't good, and I was just, it takes forever. But I got my refund last night. And I'm like, oh my God. Just in time for the very last day of the Steam sale. So, that's a lot, you know, on Steam. Like, that's a lot. I know, like, usually you can buy, like, one AAA title for, you know, $60 plus tax. But during the summer sale, it's a different story. So, I am, like, super excited. And that's, like, I'm gonna reward myself for, like, the terrible no good. Very bad day. Not giving up on this hoof idea. So yeah, I am super excited about that. So I want a Sharpie, sharp point for this part. Blade. So that's excellent news. I'm so excited. Oh, my hair just started got a shower after dealing with the plant situation. I was just like, so demoralized. I got a shower. Then like more plant stuff happened. So I got another shower. And I ate some sushi. And I did feel better, actually, after that. I was like, I'm just going to make some art. I fucking had it. Maybe like a smaller. Oh, this isn't even open. It's another one of those things that I found. I wonder if it's all dried up. How do I open this? As everything goes. That's the real noise it would make too. That's not a lot. How does this go? Do I squeeze it? What happens? Oh, I guess I just do like stuff like that. Okay. I can do that. I can do that all day. Oh, that's cool. Hope they last a long time. This is kind of cool. I like that. Neat. What else do I have? Where is that little brush? Where did I put that? That little one? I found it. So just like to push and pull and like pull some elements back out, but leave that overall like abstracty feel, because remember, I'm trying to tell a story. And it's almost up to kind of like all art, the viewer to interpret the story. sometimes I like to do. I don't always do this, but sometimes what I like to do is like actually go to my typewriter after I make one of these and write the story that I painted. And trust me, it's always a surprise to me too. That on there. I might need to use that blower dryer thing in a sec. Just smear that out a little bit. What is that I'm hearing? Oh. The air conditioning vent in here just happens to hit a couple of paintings that I have pinned up on the wall. And they're like kind of like flippy flappy around. Just so expensive, I don't want it to dry out. I guess I'm gonna have to use this thing. Let me see. Is there anything else I want to do before I do that? The thing? You know, do I have any, how's it called? Like, I kind of like, I really want it over this part though. Oopsie. I also do my the paint over. I guess somebody around here is going to start lighting fireworks now. Seems a bit early. Just doing my best to sound as much as possible like a crotchety old person on every single video I make lately. God. Sorry about that. started making art this way because I felt like it was kind of therapeutic for me to tell my stories this way. And then I just kept doing it because I absolutely love creating this way. So I kind of like to keep pushing the picture in and out of focus. Should we do the zhuzh thingy now? Do I even have a plugger in here? Yeah, I guess I'll have to unplug the mic for a sec. I couldn't even buy it like right on the camera. Hope not. Oops. Do you like to? I guess I don't have to leave it cut. Yes, I do. I'm a Virgo and I'm neurotic. I gotta leave it capped. This is boring. I'm not gonna make y'all sit here and watch this. I'll put the camera back on after I dry this. Okay. That's done. Mostly dry. Oh. The figure has to be perfect. Alright, what else do I want to use on this? Here's what I got. Oh, ow. Let's, I'm gonna want to bring a little of this back. Oh, now my dog's scratching to get in. So I'm gonna use those gelato things. Come on, honey. Thank you. You're a good boy. Maybe. Yeah. No, my other dog's running in. Come on. Oh, hello, sir. Hello. Hello. Next to my son, then my husband. Just kidding. I guess. Well, is there any more drawing I need to kind of deal with here? Napkin. I feel like the paper is getting kind of fragile there. Where it got all crazy. Stop that, please. So he makes a lot of chewing and licking sounds. And your mission is to ignore it as best as you can. Because I'm telling you, he's just never gonna stop. Could you stop that thing? That yucky thing? It's like, no. You do it and you'll like it. Oh, I remember something. I got right on my hand, so I don't forget to deal with it. Hang on. I'm sorry, I have my paintbrush in between my teeth. There. No, I forgot. I'm not always the best rememberer. We got lots of stuff to remember, you know, don't we? We're all always doing so much. No, you're fine. I don't know exactly how I'm going to be able to trim this one down to normal postcard size. I don't really like paying the extra postage. Do I have another water jar up here? Up in here? I know I do. That was super weird. It was over with my acoustic stuff. Fuck off of there. I just had that horrible moment where I was like, I didn't hit record. But I did. So that's good. Alright, now what? Now what? I gotta think. I want it to be more white. Like, what just happened? So I think I'm gonna put the camera off and dry it again so I can go over it with more gesso. But you don't need to sit there listening to that. I'm not even gonna put the light back on because all I'm doing is going back over this with gesso, and I'm just gonna literally turn it back off and dry it again because I just want it to be more white than blue. Like, I wanted blue for interest, but I'm like, okay, I like over blued. More. So I'm gonna put a, well, is there anything else I wanna? So when I'm waxing stuff that is not in caustics, I use a hot pot. I also sometimes use one of those miniature crock pots that you use for like potpourri or oil, potpourri oil, I guess. That's what people use them for. Those real tiny little crock pots. And I have beeswax in that, and I have one in a hot pot. So this next time I turn my camera off, since we're close to the end here, I'm going to start heating up my wax. Okay, so I'm going to dry this and heat up my wax, and I'll come back. I decided against heating up my hot pot because this ink is coming through like as the gesso dries, and I don't like that. So I got a Faber-Castell thing. Gotta clean that off. I might just be, like, destined to live with it. I think we can deal with it at the end, the wax. I do want to make it more evident that she's actually sitting on something here. Well, that definitely didn't do the trick. I think I'm going to turn off the camera and go ahead, dry this, and heat up the wax, because I feel like everything else we can deal with, like, after it's waxed. I'm going to kind of zoom in for 1 second so you can... Get a better look at it. Okay, so all I'm going to do is dry it off and heat up my wax. Yeah, I thought of something else I kind of wanted to do. So I kind of feel like, you know, my story here is like only one of us is a monster. So just... And go about my drying and let my hot pot heat up. Oh, you know, I'd really like that to be a little bit more vibrant. That's good. Okay, I'm gonna dry. Okay, so I'm gonna try to be very, very careful. I'm gonna my hot pot over here so you can see what I'm doing. I also have taken the opportunity to plug in my quilting iron. Actually, I'm gonna let that go for another second. Y'all go plug in yours too. Okay, I gotta work fast. So I didn't really let it heat up all the way. Okay, so that's about dry enough. I'm going to. Bring over my quilting iron. And just smooth this out. Hang on, honey. They can't decide if they want in or out. It's hard for me to see if that's smooth. That's good. Okay, so once that's cool completely, hey, stop that please. I am going to carve into it. So that's not totally cold. Okay. What's casting the shadow over here? Oh. Please stop that. Okay, so I carved into that. I had a pretty thick coat of wax on there. Now I'll spend like half an hour looking for my black, which I found immediately for the first time ever. Hey, stop that please. Stop that please. I said stop. And I said no. Come. So you really gotta, like, just mush it down into those lines that you dug out. Otherwise, I mean, you just wasted like half of a gelato. So smush. Isn't that cool? God, these things go so fast. Now, if you've ever seen anything funner than that anywhere, I want to know. Because I know you haven't. Isn't that awesome? Freaking love doing that. I'm trying to decide if it needs anything else. I mean, if I could go back in time, I would have not put down that green ink, like knowing what I know now about the way it comes out of there. Like, I'm not super wild about that. There's nothing I can do about it. That's cool. So I'll find a way to make it so that justice is visible on the screen. I have a real limited space on this desk, but I will solve that problem. So I'll zoom in so you can kind of take a look. Yeah, and I think the title of this story is One of Us is a Monster. The end.